I don't even know. Okay, so let me just tell you guys, right? So I suck at math like a lot, like extremely bad to a point where I actually thought I was dyslexic. But then somehow, some way, right? I ended up making a lot of dirt mistakes from the beginning, and then somehow I actually gotten so much better that like I barely made any dirt mistakes at all by the end of the semester. And when I say semester, I mean 4 months. 4 months, right? And I failed math class before. This is algebra one we're talking about, right? I failed it once, and I thought I wasn't going to pass again. So, did I tell you that I failed? I failed once, and I actually thought I was dyslexic. And I'm telling you, I thought I was dyslexic because no matter what, I kept missing like the negative, or I kept putting the numbers like in the wrong location or something like that. And turns out it's like I'm not dyslexic. I just have an issue with organization. Because with math, you can't be you can't be really putting numbers over here, putting numbers over there. Like if you don't do that, this is something else I've been doing. I've been actually thinking too hard about everything else. So I had to get like really focused. So that's another thing. Get really freaking focused. And of course, like me speaking to you, if you are actually really bad at like freaking math, whatever. And I'm talking about college algebra, but hey, if you're anywhere else, if you're any other student, this may help you, like a younger student. So I'm about to say something. So that's what helped me. The main thing. The main thing that helped me pass was the fact that I actually got help, right? Because it just feels like talking is not enough. You actually have to freaking practice over and over and over again until you get to the point where you're barely making any type of mistakes, right? So it was a tutor. The tutor, how many times I went to a tutor? So you got a test. No, you learn material. Every single time I learned material, I went to a tutor just to make sure I got it right. Um, so that's what I did and make sure I got it. So when I go home, I know how to do it. Tutor, and then next thing you know, another tutor, another subject, tutor. And if I didn't get it, I go again. It's just to a point where I was living like in a tutoring place, right? I was living there. I was living in the freaking lab. Um, just to make sure I actually got the material, because what I would do is like I will actually learn it, but then I'll forget it, and I don't understand how the frick did that even happen. Because if I could remember, right? Because I'm good at my other classes, right? So if I could remember what let's just say her name is Sarah. What Sarah did 2 months ago, what she was saying, how she was saying it, who she was saying to, the subjects about, every single detail, not every detail, but a lot of details about what she was saying. How come I couldn't remember a problem I just did? Like, it's nonsense. And, and I think it's because I actually really didn't like math, right? So that's another thing. Like, you can psych yourself out. Um, okay, you can really psych yourself out. And I'm wondering, right? If it's to a point where I don't even study for my other classes, I study, 10 minutes before my other classes, how come I can't pass math? Exactly. Psyching yourself out. So anyway, tutoring. You need to find out what's your issue. Like, raise your hand in class. If you have a question, sit in the freaking front of class, right? Take down all the notes. I don't care if you don't feel like doing them. Take them down. Sit down. When you go to a chair, sit down, right? Sit down and focus on what you're freaking doing. Do not leave that chair. Do not stop. Like, if you have to put a timer on your phone, like, let's just say a 5-minute timer to complete this problem, put the 5-minute timer on and then see how much time you're wasting. Because I did it, like, it was just to a point where I was wasting like so much time because I was thinking about everything else. Everything else, right? Like, I'm going to give you an example. There's this guy in tutoring, which was like 2 weeks ago. For oh my gosh, for some freaking reason, he could not focus. And this guy like really sticks out to me because he really could not focus. He stares. He look at what this person is doing, what that person is doing. It's like, I see why he's in tutoring, because he cannot focus at all. Like, just focus. Get that freaking timer, yo. Time yourself. So what else? So you got the tutoring, got the focus, got the timer done. So another thing to do is get a lot of paper, of course. Get your material together, of course. Go online, study, do the freaking homework. Do the homework, please. Do the homework. For me, I found the homework to be garbage, right? But that's just the way I am. I found the homework to be garbage because I'm a person that listens. I am an audio learner, right? So when I'm looking at something, it doesn't really affect me as much as hearing someone speak. So hearing the tutor speak to me, explaining it out, like, that works for me. Find out what type of learner you are. If you're more of a visual learner, doing the homework online would really freaking help. But if you're more like a person who needs to actually listen to somebody so that they can actually hear what they said a long time ago to them in their heads or whatever, stuff like that, go and do it, right? So in class, it was just to a point where I learned something. I learned a few things at tutoring that very day, and I still remembered it. But in the beginning of the semester, I wasn't able to remember anything I just learned. But I remember what the tutor told me earlier that morning, right? Just to the point where I forget something in 1 minute, and then now I'm freaking remembering what person told me a few hours ago. It's really strange, but your brain has to get into like some type of process, right? And to get in that process, you need to like pretty much just kick your brain so and so into shape, right? You have to do that. You have to do the homework. Any type of extra credit that the professor may have, anything, take it. If the homework is extra points, do the freaking homework. As I said, do a freaking homework. So let me tell you another example. There's this person, right, that did not do their homework and they suck at the test. They didn't do their homework. They suck at the freaking test. So what happened is that the professor was super nice and she said that, hey, go and do your homework. You could turn your homework in anytime within the semester, right? If he did not turn in his homework, he wouldn't have passed the class. I really don't believe he would have. So that's a big deal. What else? Make sure you show up every day. Of course, it's like common sense. Make sure you bring like a pen or a pencil, like whatever you can. Like I would suggest like a mechanical pencil or something like that, or a regular pencil, whatever. Something that you can use an eraser, because you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And I don't know about this, but it just feels like when I'm making a lot of mistakes, I get less organized. So you use the pen, and then you're going to have to go to the next page. You use the pen, next page. That's a waste of paper. And not only that, but it seems like you get kind of more disorganized, because you can't say that I did on this page, because you went through like freaking 5 pages. You understand what I mean? Not 5, more realistic. You went through like 3 pages. And so you don't know which one is right and which one is wrong. Make sure you cross those out. Which one is right, which one is wrong. And they put a little check mark or something to let you know that it's right. Remember to go over your notes. Always go over your freaking notes again and again and again. Right? So that's something you do. And make sure you have the right notes. Put the name down. Like, for example, linear equation or something like that. Whatever. Put the name down. Put number 1. Put number 2. If your professor gave you a worksheet, you need to go over that worksheet. Because a worksheet is probably, some of those questions from the worksheet are probably going to be on the test. Right? So in college, they also have like test reviews. Do those test reviews. Okay? Because it's at least for like where I go, it's the same questions, but with different numbers. At least that's what happened to me, like where I go. Same questions, different numbers, right? That's pretty much it. Like, if you can take in a voice recorder, if it helps you out. Just go and do it, right? If you can do anything. There's some people that learn when they're constantly moving around. So when they're shaking their legs or something, they learn. If you need to shake your legs to learn, go ahead and freaking do it. If the fidget spinner, whatever crap, like go and do it, whatever. What? They also said that if you're a physical learner, they said that you can get on the treadmill and run. Yeah, I ain't gonna do that. But if you are a person that learns like that, then go and do it. They said some people learn by taking a voice recorder and recording themselves speaking, right? Speaking about the problems and playing it over again so that they would be able to remember, right? And I thought that's amazing. That's amazing. So these are a few things that actually helped out a lot of people, and this is what helped out me to pass that math class. And I could have made an A, but I made a B. So in case anybody's wondering, I made a B. And I made B by making, little derp mistakes or whatever. Let's just say the question's super easy, I still get it wrong. But anyway, I really do understand the material now. Like, really do. And I actually kind of like math. I can't wait to go to my next class and then freaking do well there. But here's the thing, like, this is why I made the video. I made the video because my class started out with 36 people and it ended with 18, right? It looks like it's freaking half people there, right? So that's why I made this video, because I'm like, yo, this really sucks. And how many of those 18 people actually pass? I don't know. I know the people around me that sits right next to me, I have a feeling they pass. But other people, I don't know. Bye, guys. Oh. I forgot something. There's a special calculator, right? A special calculator that does the AX plus BX plus C or something. I believe it's the Casio FX 115E. I'm probably saying this wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it's something like that. And you can learn how to do those type of equations. It's a certain type of equations, but you go into a certain function on those calculators. You can Google search this and you can learn how to, not learn how to, but it just gives you the answer. It gives you the freaking answer, and that can save you a lot of freaking time, right? And I wish somebody told me this on test 4, because he didn't, because he didn't give us the study sheet for test 4, and everybody was using that goddamn calculator but me. So Casio FX 115E or something like that. Google search it, y'all. That really freaking helps. So anyway, I know how to do the problem, but it really saves time and it stops dirt mistakes. Like, it really does. That's a student, right? I have something else to say. Whatever. This video gonna end in a second. But that's a student. Here's another example that did not use a calculator and he got a question wrong, although he knows how to do the question. He knows how to do it, but he got it wrong anyway because he didn't want to use the calculator. Okay, so anyway, thanks guys for watching this long video. Bye.